Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ungrim and Thorgrim multiplayer campaign. This is, of course, Michael with Gaming for Immersion, together with Immersioneer. Link to his YouTube channel in the description below. We are obviously allied, playing a couple of Dwarven legendary lords, and we are focused on retaking the realms, which is a legendary grudge, which is exactly what it sounds like, retaking all of the rightful dwarven territory. And of course there's going to be other legendary grudges along the way that hopefully we can satisfy, as well as the minor grudges that pop up as well. So far this campaign has gone fairly well, where we've eliminated our starting enemies, and Immersioneer has actually gone so far as to eliminate Skarsnik as well. Has taken all of the territory in Dead Rock Gap, including Mount Gunbad, up to there. So he and I now share a border, which is quite good. And the plan was for him to go southward and focus on Black Crag and the whatchamacallit, the what are they? The Iron Claw orcs. And then I was going to go north and focus on Azhag the Slaughterer up here. However, good old Tretch Craventail, as he is sometimes wont to do, has sort of stuck a sort of a thorn into our side here and declared war on us a little bit unexpectedly, a little bit sooner than I expected, and is now invading Immersioneer's territory right here. So we're going to have to react to that. I think the plan is probably to be sending Thorgrim back northward to try to counterattack based on whatever happens there. And so that's what this episode is going to be. We'll kind of play it by ear, react to circumstances as they occur. But yeah, it's our first kind of, I don't want to call it a setback yet, because you haven't actually lost any territory yet, but it's certainly a concern and a complication. And I guess with that, I will go ahead and hand it over to you if you have anything to add.
No, that's all, yeah. We're on turn 10. Something to be mindful of is that we have 6 turns left for the Age of Reckoning.
That's correct.
So the silver lining is that this Skaven army is 229 grudges. So
yeah, that'll be good.
And it's not too far from that Mount Silverspear, which I'm assuming is their base. So that's the silver lining. But I am going to have to turn back and tunnel back to World's Edge Archway, which looks very likely to be lost very soon.
It very well could be. And of course, I mentioned this right before we started recording, but for those of you familiar with the game, this area down here is sort of fog of war. We can't really see what's down here. I'm clicking down here.
Yeah.
So it's extremely possible that Tretch has another army down that way as well. That's probably my bigger concern, is that he comes up this way with 2 armies. We don't know what's in that army, so it could be filled with Skaven slaves, so it might be incredibly weak. What we do know is he doesn't have any other enemies other than the 2 of us. So he has no reason not to focus all of his armies against us. And we do know that Tretch himself is not leading this army, so there's probably at least one other army floating around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're at the beginning of a turn here, so if you feel like you're okay with it, I will continue to move northward and continue my plan to go up against Azhag. But you say the word, and I can turn around.
No, I think I'm going to go tunneling stance, because that's going to move me further, right? And then
it depends. It's always worth checking out. You know, you can switch in vanilla. You can switch between the stances without penalty, and you can see which one will move you the farthest.
It shows me when I just hover over the stance. It shows the green area.
That is correct. That is as well.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe Thrin will notice me and be threatened. But that's all I got. Yeah.
It is extremely possible. It's not likely, but it is possible that if he sees that you're close enough to immediately retake it from him, that will definitely make it less likely that he will occupy it. Unfortunately, I think, you're still far enough away that you could not retake it from him next turn.
Yeah.
Which does mean he's going to feel fairly safe with respect to going ahead and occupying it.
All right.
So for me, I can go a little bit farther in March stance.
Yeah. And I guess we
However,
discussed briefly that I guess I'm not going to cancel the construction of a level 2 sort of settlement, the dwarf outpost in World's Age Archway, because I guess subjectively and arbitrarily I consider it to be immersion breaking. I feel like we've committed to constructing the castle.
you know, I'm fine with that. We can make that a house rule for this campaign. That you start building something, you can't cancel it to get all your money and population back. I'm fine with
I would
that
say
as a
so.
house
Yeah,
rule.
yeah. You're gonna have to sit there and defend it until it's built.
And
or
honestly,
risk
that's
it.
not a bad strategy for dwarfs, is to take a settlement and then sort of
Yeah.
hang on to it, defending it until it's capable of defending itself. Having said that, it does slow down the expansion, which means it's good. You know, the campaign will go on a little bit longer before we can retake the realms. But hey, as long as it's fun,
Or we take the risk.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't care how long the campaign goes, as long as it's fun. So, all right, that's all I've done then for this turn. Is I've moved my armies. Let me just check really quickly. Okay, I guess I could do a settlement upgrade here. Grom Peak certainly does not seem vulnerable right now because Zufbar is over there protecting it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and level up Grom Peak. And, ooh, I just realized I'm going to have some public order problems here. Now, I don't know
I think that's what
if
we're dealing with
you
in the previous episode.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said that's what we're dealing with now that you say it in the previous episode. You were expecting a rebellion.
Yeah, I kind of
Very
forgot
soon.
about it and moved my army away, but it's okay. You do know that you can turn off the collect income.
Yes,
Which-
I have
yeah.
it turned off in Deadrock Gap.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do that here because I can slow down the public order deterioration and build a control building there probably.
Mm-hmm.
And avoid the rebellion altogether. And it would sometimes it makes sense to allow a region to rebel or a province to rebel because you can fight that army, you can win money for defeating the rebel army. However, in this case, it's the far southern part of my empire when I really would rather have my armies located in the northern part of my empire. So that's why I'm not going to wait around for a rebellion to happen there. All right, so don't have anything else to do. I've got nothing to do on the forge, nothing to do technology-wise, so I think... I'll tell you what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to change my commandment so that I'm venerating the ancestors, which is good for public order. And I'm already doing it up here at my other province, so... All right, I'm ready whenever you are to end the turn. You've already done that, so here we go. And let's see what Tretch does.
Drink him out of stance raiding. Oh. Coming for us, isn't he? Yes, he is. Are we going to fight that? So he is attacking Archway.
Yeah, I can't see what units he has. I presume he's got what looks like...
Skaven slave slingers. That's kind of half of it.
Okay.
A few clan rat spears, 3 clan rat spears more. Skaven slave spears, clan rats, all kind of... I mean, a lot of... half of expendable, half seems to be mid shield, sort of basic tier 1.
Okay,
so
fairly typical Skaven early campaign army. It's up to you. I normally don't do auto resolves unless it's just like a ridiculously one-sided battle, which this one very well might be. If you feel like it's good practice, or if there's a chance to take out some of his units, then we can go ahead and fight it. So
let's do it. We can speed it. We can speed up the time, the speed of the battle. But effectively, we're just gonna... Let's have a look at least.
Yeah.
I mean, with the Lord, I think we have no chance, right? Because I mean, just their Lord alone is going to be very hard for us to kill.
Well, he's not a terribly high level Lord just yet. I mean, there's potential here to do some significant damage to that army. The problem is Skaven slaves have such poor leadership that they tend to run away very quickly. And then they will recover. But what that means is they won't stand there and allow you to wipe out an entire unit. Instead, they'll run away. Now, we probably have... Okay, they definitely have the ranged advantage on us since none of your units are ranged. Well, actually, that's not true. The blasting charges, the miners with blasting charges, are ranged, but they're very short range. You're giving me 3 regular miners. That's fine. The reason I mentioned it is we could fight in the trees, which would at least protect us from their slingers. But it's probably not going to make a huge difference.
But yeah, let's try it at least.
Okay.
Maybe I position myself, like here in the... Well, maybe we run forward and we kind of take this line where we're mostly in this forest, and then maybe from here we try to kind of flank them.
Sure.
Maybe.
Do you want me in front of you? Do you want me... Because I can actually set up over here, like...
I think we take over this whole forest. Yeah, I'm going to put my miners with blasting charges. They're going to kind of position here in the end.
Yeah, that's good. And what I'll do is I'll get one of these guys... let me find the telestration here. I'll get one of these guys in front of them, because you can throw over their head since it's downhill.
Yeah.
So I'll get at least one of them there, shielding you, and then I'll maybe leave the other 2 here in the trees and flank them if they come up that way. I don't know. We'll play by ear.
Could argue the dwarf warriors should be out of the woods because they're shielded and armored, whereas the miners should be the ones benefiting from.
Yeah, that does make sense, because the Skaven Slave Slingers are basically going to do not very much damage to your dwarf warriors as long as they're attacking from the front because of the shields.
Okay. Yeah, then maybe you hold the line in the forest.
Okay.
And maybe I come round.
Yeah, so basically, if I don't even move my miners at first, this will protect the your right flank, assuming that you move up to this right here. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter. We're not going to win the fight, but it's good practice.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, ready whenever you
Ready?
Will do.
Now, one thing I don't care for about vanilla is that casualty replenishment is much, much higher than I believe is realistic, which means if we don't wipe any of their units out, they're very likely to recover from whatever damage we do to them.
You want me to turn your miners a little bit?
Let the vengeance begin.
Well, they don't have shields, so...
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna pause it. Okay, we can't pause it. Actually, this area seems to be like impassable, where we were supposed to set up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I mean, I can't.
Yeah, you're right. You can...
We gotta sort of like turn the whole thing around.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'm going to get all 3 of the miners down a little bit more like this, give you a little bit of cover for your blasting charges. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That doesn't seem like that should be impassable terrain, but yet it is.
Right these roads.
Okay, I'm gonna keep 1 unit of these guys. Ooh, in reserves. Wow. The miners.
Yeah, by the way,
Ooh,
those
wow.
blasting charges do serious damage, but they can also do serious friendly fire damage.
Yeah. Ooh.
Miners!
I think we're already through all the charges out.
Beware that they do have some coming up around the right flank here. Right around here. Doesn't... Actually, it looks like they've kind of stopped. So, it's all good. I would say... Have your blasting charge... Yeah, you've run out of ammo now. Okay, so...
Yeah.
Might as well get your miners... Excuse me. Get your miners into the fray. Are your axe infantry there? Are they warriors?
Yeah.
Ronaldson there. Is he warriors? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Rugni Ranaldson. Yeah, he's dwarf
Well, you've
warriors.
kind of got a little bit of a flanking opportunity there against those Skaven slaves.
The Skaven slingers. Yes. Slingers.
Well, actually, yeah, you could get into those as well because they were coming up at you, but you also had a flank there over a flanking opportunity here on.
Okay, I see what you mean.
On these guys right here. But I mean, honestly, wiping out a unit of Skaven slaves, frankly, not even that big of a deal.
Okay.
However, I
Take
mean,
it, though.
we're actually doing some significant damage here to these clan rat spears.
War of
I want
vengeance!
to try to focus a little bit more on them. I doubt if we can wipe them out, but you never know. I'm going to go ahead and click on the... oh, never mind. I'm not allowed to. I was going to say I was going to click on the fast forward because at this point I think everybody's kind of locked into a melee.
Yeah. Should we do what? Double speed?
Do whatever you're comfortable with.
Oh, yeah, well,
I
don't
thought
think
we had
anything's
noticed
really changing.
before that both of us had to agree to do a speed up, but maybe that's when we're in
Maybe it's
opposition.
whoever is battle. I think maybe it's whoever is like the host of the battle, and you're joining me, so I can do it by myself. Let me try it. Yeah, I just switched it.
Yeah.
You try it.
No, I can't. It's all grayed out for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought.
Oh, I
okay,
know what
thought
it was. It was when we were doing the city battle when I actually had an army reinforcing yours,
okay.
and yeah, so that's why we both had to choose to speed it up because we actually both had troops of our own in that battle.
Okay, well, I'll sped it up to 3 because I think we're just grinding
Yeah.
them down, and
Yeah.
they're grinding us down. Oh, hang
Yeah.
on.
Well, we broke those Skaven slave slingers. Actually, we've got 2 units of their slingers broken. However, I mean, our leadership is okay, but I don't see us, winning.
Yeah. Well,
They're slowly whittling us down, which is what's going to happen when you attack a 6 stack with a 20 stack.
yeah. That's how.
But we've shaken these clan rat spears. They're down to
Yeah.
72 out of 160.
Miners!
And looking well. No, one of my miners just broke,
To the High King!
which means the other one's probably going to break here pretty soon as well. Yep. Yep. 2/3 of my forces have broken. Can't rely on miners.
Yeah.
Miners are the Skaven slaves of the Dwarven roster.
Attack the Orcs!
Yeah, I kind of messed up a little bit here. You can't chase anything with the. I kind of turned them around. Now they're shooting in our backs.
Yeah, dwarfs are
Point
really
blank.
not ever going to be able. There's very little in this game that dwarfs can chase.
Yeah.
And when they have 20 units, you just are going to have to understand that they're going to be able to outflank you. There's just no way to stop it, really.
Yeah.
However,
Unfortunately,
I did. One
Okay,
of my
well, let's
miners
see.
did recover here, so I'm bringing them, charging them into the
Yeah.
backs of these Skaven slaves here. Never mind, I got bogged down by other Skaven slaves.
Yeah, we really should have been frontal. I kind of messed up with my other dwarf unit, the leader. Close defeat. Well, right, we'll get them back. In a second, I should have just stood my ground, taken the arrows, but I decided to sally forth.
Well, I mean,
Try and take out.
we lost 300 dwarfs, but they lost 1,000 rats.
Yeah. Could have done even more. Still.
We could have, but I mean, again, there wasn't going to be any way we were going to win that battle.
Yeah. Fine. Let's see what he does.
At least not without massively exploiting the AI, which neither one of us likes to do.
Yeah. We'll get him back. I've got him written down.
Yeah, the real question is just going to be, does he occupy it or not?
Yeah. Came up to the top list of my grudges.
Oh, yeah. In fact, it'll almost certainly give you an additional grudge. Usually, if you lose a settlement, you'll automatically get a grudge to get it back.
Oh. Ooh, more.
However, okay, this is good. By the way, Tretch. You see Tretch.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's actually a good thing because war was declared now between Tretch and the Chaos Dwarves. Not that we like the Chaos Dwarves, but this is a case of the enemy of our enemy is our friend, so to speak. It will at least be a distraction for Tretch. He can't focus just on you.
Let's hear what Franz wants.
Okay, I don't see that. I guess it tells me pending action. So you see that war was declared?
No, I saw it in the event list. I'm actually getting a dialogue right now about whether or not to accept a military access treaty plus 600 gold from Ostermark here. We have already decided that we're not going to be friendly with humans. Is that correct?
I mean, the Empire, I think we could be friendly.
Okay.
Like the humans, I don't know.
Okay, so why don't we say that we will have trade agreements with them and non-aggression pacts, but not alliances? How's that sound?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
We'll play by ear. I mean, if broadly speaking, okay, that's kind of how we are.
Yeah, so over on the upper right-hand side, where the event messages pop up, sometimes during the end turn, you'll see messages pop up, and I saw that Tretch and the Chaos Dwarfs went to war with each other.
He looted our settlement, so it's completely destroyed now. Wow. So he just destroyed it, right?
No, he occupied it. Remember that Skaven settlements look like ruins? The fact that his army disappeared means that his army is inside that settlement.
Okay. Well, Ironclaw Orcs have confederated with Thief Snatchers.
Yeah.
Wow, they're now massive. Look at that.
Well, let's see just how massive they are. They are up to 9 regions, 9 settlements. So yes, they are the largest faction that we know of in this game so far.
Okay. Right on our doorstep. Okay, we need to deal with these Skaven ASAP.
It's okay. I have faith in you. You can handle them.
Yeah. Okay, so if
the one thing
tunneling or walking is the same for me to get to World Edge Archery. It's better to walk, I guess, right?
Okay, so here's the thing that you need to be careful of. Skaven are one of only a handful of races in this game that can ambush you during their turn when they are the ones moving. And depending on what stance you choose, that can make you more or less vulnerable to being ambushed. So, for example, if you were to put your army into march stance, which allows you to go farther, that makes you like instantly vulnerable to ambush. Like it's an automatic ambush if they were to try to attack you. Having said that, a lot of times the Skaven won't ambush a strong army even if they could, because pound for pound that army would still beat them even if you ambush it. So that's always that's just one of the factors that you have to consider when you decide.
Tunneling says ambush defense chance plus 25%.
Exactly.
So then
So
I should tunnel.
You've got a slightly better chance to defend from being ambushed if you are in the tunneling stance. However,
It says ambush success chance 70% when I kind of just hover over. Is that their chance or my chance?
that's your chance if you were to go into ambush stance and move to that particular location. Also, I will warn you not to trust whatever that percentage chance is, because it's an incomplete picture in terms of your chances to actually pull off an ambush. But the other thing to keep in mind is that whenever you travel in tunneling stance, from the point where you are departing and also the point where you are arriving, if there is an enemy army fairly close to either one of those locations, they have a chance to do something called an intercept, which is a one army versus one army battle to the death. Meaning if they do choose to do the intercept, whichever they can't be reinforced, neither can you, and then whichever army loses what's the term I'm looking for? Undercity, underworld. I can't think of the right term, but anyway, the
underway.
The underway. Yeah, the underway.
Yeah.
So whichever army loses that battle is completely wiped out.
Yeah.
Which again means most of the time the Skaven are not going to try to intercept the Dwarven army, because the Dwarven army is generally going to be stronger than they are. But it's just something to consider.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I helped.
I'll tunnel.
You're going to tunnel?
No? Yeah, I think I'm going to tunnel overall. So
I
I
think
have plus
tunnel's a good
25%
choice.
defense. Boom.
Yeah.
All right.
So they probably, as close as you moved to their armies, they probably had a chance to intercept you there, and they chose not to because of the because your army is stronger than either one of their armies are individually. So looking at Tretch Craventail, all we can see in his army is that he's level 10 and that he has an assassin hero in his army. We can't see the rest of it. We do, however, know what is in the army that just occupied World's Edge Archway, and we know it's not particularly strong. And the other thing is, we know from looking at his from the diplomacy screen, we know that his overall faction strength is rank 66, which is a little bit stronger than you are. So the game believes that if you put all of his armies together versus all of your armies, he is stronger. That's what the game thinks.
I don't believe that. We're fine. I mean, I wish I had more.
I agree. I think we're fine.
Ranged. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's me then.
All right. So
For some reason, my Great Brook of Grudges is grayed out in bottom right.
It's grayed out.
Yeah, like I can't access it. It does say 10 next to it, number of available actions.
Why? I'm not sure why it would be grayed out. I wish I could see what you could see.
It's grayed out. I just can't click on it.
That is strange. Oh, I wonder, do you have an event that you have to respond to?
Oh, perhaps.
If you look through through your world events, do you have something there that's pending a decision? I wonder.
Not this turn. No. I mean, I had that mission that I can teleport to, but no, nothing else.
Is the Great Book of Grudges the only button that's grayed out for you?
Yeah, diplomacy is also grayed out. You cannot engage in diplomacy while ready to end turn. No, if I turn that off, yeah.
Oh, that's why, because you had...
No, but grudges I can't access anyway. The diplomacy I can access if I undo the end turn.
Okay, well that one makes sense to me. I don't
Yeah.
understand why you couldn't access the Great Book of Grudges.
That's fine. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a big deal, but I mean, they did just release a new patch, and so there's always the possibility of a bug, which is a little disconcerting.
You can access the grudges, though, right?
I can, yes.
Oh, that's fine.
And did you gain a new grudge for having for losing World's Edge Archway? Really?
I do not believe so.
What's the number down there
Mission-
under objectives? What's the number of objectives
4.
you have? 4? Okay, that's the same that I have. Yeah, I would have expected you to get a new grudge from that.
Yeah. Well, let's see when we get it next turn.
All right, well, I still need to move mine,
Must
and
fulfill my slayer
this is the
oath.
last chance for me to conveniently move back down to help you out.
No, I'll be fine. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I'll hold them off.
All right, then I'm going to keep
I don't see
moving.
any Iron Claw armies,
I
so
grow
that's a
restless.
positive. There must be some down there somewhere. Maybe.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't know.
sure there are. I haven't looked, though, to
Yes,
see who
the
they're at
Slayer
war
King.
with. Can you look at the
Mhm.
diplomacy screen and see who they're at war with?
Wait, hang on. I can't undo. I don't. No, now I can. Who are they? Yeah, that's a good question. Iron Claw orcs.
Oh, they're not at war with anybody.
Oh, yeah, they just confederated those
Yeah,
guys. So
okay. So, yeah, that's a concern. If they declare war on you, that means they could throw everything at you.
then I'll need you here ASAP.
Yeah, so why don't I keep one army
Where's that
down?
rebellion, by the way? Oh, it's not coming. You've turned.
Yeah,
it
I
around,
switched
right?
up my commandment so that it's
Okay.
going to be prevented. However, I'm going to send Logan Grimbrow down in your direction to help you out.
Yeah. Well, you got 5 miners with him, but I'll take it.
Well, I mean, I tell you what, maybe I will spend one turn with him recruiting some better units.
Maybe walk down and recruit, on the
Well,
edge.
yeah, the thing is, I can only recruit miners in the province that he's currently in, so I'm going to have to move him as far as right here
Peak pass. Yeah,
to be able to recruit better units. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
He's going to be sort of in the middle, so he can
Yeah.
go north or south as circumstances dictate.
Fight like a slayer.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think what I'll do with him is I'm going to recruit a couple of Slayer pirates. It's going to burn pretty much my
Fight makes for the sturdiest
my income, but it's fine. I'll start making some money from fighting battles here against Azhag, probably. Which, speaking of which, I need to see how strong he is. Okay, he's not terribly strong, and he's also at war with Durthu. Or is it Draika? I always get Durthu and Draika confused, but the Wood Elves. So that's good. He's distracted by them, which means that that's a good chance for me to seize the initiative against him.
Okay.
All right, and I don't really think I have anything else to do from a settlement standpoint, so I am ready to end my turn as well. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh.
Running for his life. Oh, really? All of you are running.
Did he retreat?
Yeah, they both retreated. Yeah, both of them. They left the city. We got them on the run.
Well,
okay,
you know what? I can't say I blame them. What that means is he feels like his chances of both of his armies together plus his garrison are not as strong as your army.
Oh, yes. Okay. Emperor Karl Franz here demands an audience, a trade agreement for 70, and a payment to me for 300.
Yeah?
I will accept.
Yeah, go for it.
These are dire times. I'm chasing those Skaven down.
Well,
We
just
have
be
to,
careful because you start moving into
yeah.
their territory and you do make yourself a little bit more vulnerable.
Yeah, I should be able to jump over these mountains if Ironclaws poke their ugly face out of there.
Yeah, in my opinion, in vanilla Warhammer, your campaign movement is like ridiculously far. So, yeah, you got a whole lot of maneuverability down there.
Oh, caravan arrived. You have discovered a Cathayan trading caravan in your lands. Their arrival has brought great riches plus $1,000.
Yeah, very nice. Does it say which one of your settlements it went to? Probably
nope.
Karaza Karak.
Yeah, I think it was hanging around the previous turn, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I've researched That's a mission issued. Okay, I've researched the tech. Okay.
All right, so I now am going to start moving Logan Grimbrow down your way, and I'm going to start
I am the
moving...
Slayer King.
Let me see something here.
Yes, my oath is
Okay.
intact.
I'm going to
I'll do your turn.
move Ungrim Iron Fist up towards Khaziid
Doom's taking its
Urkalaz
damn
here,
time.
but I'm actually going to send a hero ahead to do some reconnaissance. So let's do that. I'm going to send my son forward here. Gargrim, I would like for you to go up there and do some reconnaissance, if you don't mind.
Where the Drengi go, so do I.
Okay, he's got an army up here. And it is in the process of recruiting, and he's got a size 18 garrison. Interesting.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
Well, I'm going to do it anyway.
My vows will be satisfied with this. Beards in belts.
And I'm going to move Gargrim back
You will
into my
respect
army.
your war honor.
And now, let's take a look at your situation. Are you going to attack World's Edge Archway?
Yeah, it says $900 to colonize it.
You can almost certainly
Sorry.
ignore that because
Send me to
the
vengeance.
game is saying right now,
Oh, okay.
as far as you know, it's actually ruins.
Okay.
But it seems extremely
well, I'll take it,
unlikely to me that it is ruins because you just saw an army leaving it. So unless he abandoned it,
Going in. Skaven revealed. What? Oh.
My clan, Wordle re-
is there an army
What
there
kind of
with the
garrison
garrison?
is this? Well, I don't know. I think it's the garrison, but it's pretty big. I mean, it
Well,
says decisive victory, but
Is it full strength?
you tell me. No,
No,
it's,
no,
but
no.
it's still
That's,
1 to
yeah,
3.
it is just the garrison, but it's
Okay.
not at full strength. We'll rip these guys to shreds. So here's the thing about the Skaven, and incidentally, just as an aside, I love playing the Skaven. When the Skaven occupy an enemy settlement, they can spend food to occupy it at higher than the first tier. So they can occupy.
Food is their resource?
Food is one of their resources. They still use
Okay.
money as well, but it's an additional resource for them.
Okay.
So, so they probably just spend a bunch of food in order to occupy this at tier 2 instead of tier 1.
Okay. That's good. That means when I get it, I'll also get it tier 2, or
No,
not really?
no, unfortunately not.
It's always resets, right?
It doesn't reset down to 1. It loses 1 tier whenever you win a battle against it. So if it's a tier 1 settlement and you defeat it and occupy it, it'll get knocked down to tier 1.
All right. Well, I will give you all the ranged units and the gyrocopters,
Okay.
which you are very well.
Oh,
versed
are
in
you
this.
including the all of the artillery? Because you've
Yeah,
got,
yeah.
look at all this artillery you've got.
Wait, hang on. I should give you. Yeah, there you go. Here, give you all artillery.
Yeah, wow, okay. Are you sure you want me to take all that?
Yeah. I'll just march. I mean, to me, it's all about like focusing on one thing or the other. No, you can get like the big picture, right, and just get switch ranged units as and when required, right? I will keep my miners. I can also give you the miners just so you can get some defenses, like in case anyone comes around.
If you want, but I mean, we'll also be communicating so that you know,
Yeah.
I will certainly let you know if I feel like I need defending.
Yeah. But I suggest, I mean, with the artillery, they're gonna come to us, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. I'm
yeah,
moving the
so-
catapults farther back so that the enemy is just
How about we
barely
set up
in
on the
range.
hill of this mountain? That you get the high ground.
Yeah.
I think your range should increase, right?
No, the range doesn't increase, but there are some advantage. Okay, here's the problem: is that you can see where I just placed those bolt throwers.
Yeah. Mm.
The problem is I can't, any farther to the left than that is obstructed terrain.
Okay. I see.
However,
Oh,
I mean, there's nothing stopping me from doing this. I can just put one
Kinda like
unit
this,
like
maybe?
this and put the other unit on top of them. And if you move forward just a few steps, I can still deploy pretty effectively. The catapults, meanwhile, I'm going to put back here. No, that they're out of range. If I put them there, I'll put them here. Now they've got a couple units there in range. The correlers I will put over here. Okay, I think. Are you going to give me the gyro bombers too?
Yeah, I think I already gave them to you.
Nope, you sure didn't. If
I didn't. So I intended to. Up to you. Do you want to take them?
well, I mean, you might want practice with them. I will happily.
Yeah. Let me get them because most of my melee units will just be standing around.
Yeah,
I think they're the most micro-intensive unit that we have, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think
So,
that's a good
yeah.
idea. It'll be good practice for you.
Yep. Okay. Well,
I'm
I
ready
think we're
whenever
good.
you are.
All right. Get those. Yeah, we got the. I would move the crossbowmen a bit, kind of up, maybe even where my hammers are.
Are you planning to move your melee at all?
No, I don't think so. Right?
Okay. All right.
I thought I would move them like right there. Wait, where's my pen?
Well, I want to have a little bit of a height advantage over you because even though the correlers do arc their fire a little bit, by the time you engage them in the front line, they're still going to be a little bit of advantage to us being a little bit elevated. So I'll move them as needed.
Okay. Why are the catapults so far back?
Because
they won't reach them at the very start.
they can reach from there. And
like the side units.
Yeah, it's okay. They're going to start coming towards us. Don't worry.
Okay.
If it makes you feel better, I'll move him forward just a little bit. But
it's fine.
They'll start coming towards us, and we'll be able to hit them.
It's gonna be payback. Boom, boom.
Now, one thing I did not notice, I feel like their the Skaven corruption in this region is very low, but they could do what's called the Menace Below, where they summon Skaven slave clan rats, not Skaven slave, Skaven clan rats, anywhere on the battlefield, which means they can summon them back here where where our back line is. I think they would have already done it if they were going to do it. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got. Yep, right behind the bolt throwers there. We've got clan rats. I'm gonna try to move the bolt throwers forward.
I should have brought my hammers.
That's all right. They're not gonna last long. They do break very quickly, so they're already probably pretty close. Yeah, they're wavering already.
Machine ready! We are relentless!
Okay. I think at this point, your front line has nothing to worry about. There's another one. Right where the correlers are. If you turn around, your hammerers there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just bombard them with artillery.
The first Game of the Slave unit, by the way, they've already broken.
Yeah.
The AI does not tend to use their menace belows very effectively. Although they tend to use them as soon as they are able to, and they do often use them against the back line, but they'll do that whether or not you've got defensive units there to help out. So, you know, when you're expecting the menace below, it's pretty easy to just make sure that you've got, you know, at least one or two units back there to help defend. Pretty much up and down their line now, they've completely broken. Have you dropped any of your bombs?
I dropped all of my bombs, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Got one left, actually.
Okay, some of them here have turned around. Some of the ones that have broken already have turned around, but I don't think they're going to last much longer. Dwarfs against Skaven are a pretty simple fight.
Did you want to save the replay?
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay.
Oops.
Sorry, I forgot. Do I click end battle, or do you want me to wait a few seconds?
Yeah, just wait a few seconds.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when it's safe to go ahead and do it now.
It says exiting battle in 3 seconds. Okay, I'll just wait for you to click end battle. 33 lost for their 500. Well, actually 1,200, right? They got wiped out.
Yeah, you ended up wiping out the whole garrison, but technically they only lost 500 in the battle, and then the rest of them surrendered, I guess.
Executed immediately.
Yeah, the only noticeable damage that you took is in the one bolt thrower unit.
It's just health. It's just health, I think. No, we didn't actually lose
I don't think they lost any bolt throwers at all. And it doesn't matter. You're gonna get enough replenishment right away.
Didn't notice how well our artillery did. Did they actually kill stuff?
Yeah, oh yeah. Before you can see right now on the screen, you can see that your Jaru bombers killed 147 enemies. The catapults killed.
Out of it.
Oh, okay. For me, it's still loading.
Okay.
But you should still be able to. Okay.
Right,
I can no longer see it, but you can hover over those numbers and it tells you first of all how many of the enemies you killed, and then also how much damage you did. So it's a good way to tell which units are pulling their weight.
Yeah. So artillery did very fine, very well. Yeah. Okay. Good investment. Okay, we're obviously gonna occupy this. All right. Okay, so I can get Regiment of Renown unlocked. The miners of Mount Bloodhorn fight in memory of their fallen hold with unmatched passion and fury, blasting charges.
Okay.
So that's secured.
Yeah, that's the Regiment of Renown version of the miners with blasting charges.
Yeah. So what do I get? Okay, so I just need to repair my farms. Okay, unfortunately, I am going to have to wait to build the dwarf mining colony. Oh, and after a combat, I can't... Oh, but that took all of my movement?
Yes, when you occupy a settlement, it ends your movement.
Oh, yeah. So I can't pursue them, unfortunately.
You cannot pursue them. You also can't see them. We have no idea right now where they are. What you could do is you could pull... You've only got the one hero, but you could use your Master Engineer for reconnaissance. Like next turn, you could send your engineer out, out here somewhere if you wanted to, just to find where they are. Or you might just prefer to leave him in the army because he is certainly contributing to the battles as well.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Well, I've ended my turn. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the question. I've got Logan Grimbrow here. He's still sitting in the middle. He's added 2 Slayer Pirates, so he's got a little bit of a slightly more balanced roster in his army. What would you like me to do with him?
No, I think you can walk north.
I was going to say, I could use him to help defend World's Edge Archway while you move Thorgrim Grudgebearer on an offensive, if you want.
I'll be okay because I've got 1,800 of income, and that's just from my core province of the Silver Road. Dead Rock Gap has income collection off because we need to build up that order. So I'll have plenty of money. So I will hire another lord for sure in not too distant future.
Okay, so you're saying you're okay with my moving them north?
Yes, I think so. I'll hold the south.
Okay.
Hold the south.
You know what
Get
I just?
good choke
Oh,
points.
that's right. I can't do it. Yeah, because it's multiplayer. I was gonna say I normally change my camera so that it's a cinematic camera when you move, and for whatever reason they don't let you do it in multiplayer. Okay. Fallen King Mountain. I can build something here. I think I'm going to have to go with money. Yeah. Okay, works for me. You're obviously ready for me to end my turn. As usual, you finished before I did. I'm actually going to do a trade agreement with Cathay.
In the name of the Dragon
Yeah.
Emperor.
Because I need money.
bid
I'm
you
desperate for
agree.
money. They are paying me for it.
Yeah, I should actually have enough growth to build up Kara's Akarak next turn, except I don't have enough money. But in 2 turns, I will have enough growth to build that up to level 3, which is going to give me a good garrison. So that sort of entrance should be secured unless they bring like 2 stacks.
I suspect that Karazakarak probably already has a really strong garrison. I think you probably start the game with a strong garrison there. Yeah, I mean, it's 15 units, and it's
Yeah.
a walled city. So even just at level 2, I mean, don't get me wrong, it won't withstand like multiple
Yeah.
armies or even a mid-game army. But for early game armies, it's pretty strong garrison right there.
Yeah. But hopefully we build that up further. Okay.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and end my turn then. I need to win a battle so that I can settle some grudges. I'm still sitting at
Yeah.
26%.
Yeah, I need to do that too, to be honest. I need to get those Skaven.
What percentage are you at?
I'm at 31, maybe like 35 now, but
Okay.
yeah, definitely need some big battles. I need about 400 or 500, and one of those Skaven. Yeah, next turns I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna clear out Mount Silverspear, and maybe just destroy it for now, just to push them back. I'm also gonna, which will also let me hang around for a few turns while World's Age Archway is being built up to level 2. Outpost.
Okay, we have a very interesting development up here where I'm invading Azhag's territory.
Okay.
Which
wow.
is... Ostermark, who I just had a trade agreement with, has just been wiped out. So that's a little unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, do you see up here 2 invading armies of zombies? Okay. Game.
Yeah, I see it.
Game, let me ping here. Anyway.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, so they're not terribly strong. And the thing is, are they at war with Azhag the Slaughterer? If they are, I could just allow them... No, they're not. They're at war with Drippin' Fangs. And Drippin' Fangs are way to their south. I might allow myself to be distracted for one turn to wipe out those 2 armies, because I don't really like them being there. It would be a distraction. I probably should not allow myself to be distracted. They're not very strong. It's a weak faction. Okay, I'm going to ignore them.
You know it's the vampire faction, right? Same.
Yeah, they're a minor vampire counts faction.
Okay.
I am the Slayer
Okay,
King.
so this is interesting. He's got some trolls in here and some snotling pump wagons, some heroes. This is actually a decent army here that Azhag has. The garrison is okay. It is a walled city.
You're talking about Khazid Irkulas.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Oh.
So let me just take a look here. He is at. Okay, unfortunately, I was hoping to be able to get some money for declaring war against him, but I haven't met the faction that he's at war with, so I'm just going to go ahead and declare war on him. I'm going to call my allies to help.
That's me, right?
That's you. Okay, we are now at war with Azhag the Slaughterer.
How do you know what he's called? Because when I click on him,
Dargo demands
Bone Rattlers, right? How do you know who
so,
their leader
so,
is?
but when you click on Bone Rattlers and you look over on the right-hand side, you can see who the leader of the faction is.
Ah, okay. Azhag the Slaughterer.
Yeah,
Got
where
it.
it says hostile minus 183, or at least that's what it is for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it always puts the faction leader there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and encircle with this army. Pyrrhic victory. But I haven't decided yet if and when I'm going to attack. Well, not if, but I haven't decided yet when I'm going to attack. And move this
You can
army
build
up.
if you build some of that siege equipment, that will help.
Yes,
And
exactly.
you can just
so
prevent him from mustering.
Yeah, I may do that. I'm going to take a look here at the layout of this walled city to get a sense of how challenging of a walled city battle this would be. Okay, it's the same one that we did before. Do you have any battles coming up this turn?
Well, I'm gonna try to chase down those Skaven.
Okay, so I'm just going to, for now, I'm going to select Continue Siege.
Catherine attacks.
And let's go ahead and take a look now at your corner of the world and see if you can get yourself into any trouble down there.
Okay, I'll sally out and just take a peek, right?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, what you may want to do is you could send Dom Peterson forward a little bit, and as long as he has some movement left, you could move him back into Thorgrim's army. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I guess what if I move just the whole army?
Yeah, you can do that. It's just once you move the whole army, you're burning movement capability, so you're kind of committed to.
Well, I moved it out a little bit, but they can't just jump past me somehow and just like annoy me by taking World's Age Archway, right?
Sure, they can. They've got tunneling stance just
They
like
got
you
tunneling? Okay. So do I?
Now it's as close as you are to World's Edge Archway. It's unlikely that they would, and also, the closer you are to them, if they try to tunnel under you, the more likely you would be to intercept them. But it is always a possibility. However, they can't attack. Okay, so maybe this is what your question was. They could not use tunneling. You can't attack from tunneling stance.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it would take two separate turns. One for them to tunnel past you, and then a second turn to attack. And as long as you're close enough to get back into the settlement, you don't have to worry about them taking it.
Okay, so I'll move to the edge of my borders because that will let me attack Mount Silverspear next turn, and I can still recover my arm, recover troops, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe I can spot. I don't see him. Yeah, I can only move like a tiny bit forward.
Yeah,
but...
well, and the Skaven are notorious for going into ambush stance and hiding from you, so it's not really very surprising that you can't see them.
Okay.
All right, so I'm a little disappointed by the lack of grudges of this greenskin army. He's only worth 4 grudges.
How's that?
The settlement itself is
are-
worth 148, but the army is only worth 4. I guess that just means he hasn't really done anything against the dwarfs so
To
far.
annoy us. But I didn't say that you sort of start with. It says, for example, gained. If you hover over it, faction actions 30. That's for like something else I'm reading. Key dwarf settlement 65. Greenskin actions 65.
Yeah, so that's for the settlement, but that army, for whatever reason, all it's got is gained greenskin actions 4.
Yeah, that's fine. Well,
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay siege for 1 turn. I'm going to build some siege towers, and I'm also going to see if it lures Azhag's army over here. Because he might move his other army over here, and if I can fight them in a field battle, then I would possibly prefer to do that.
Yeah.
So it depends on how strong any other armies that come over this way would be, but yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And he does, meanwhile, he doesn't... He's still a pretty weak faction. I feel like he could throw everything he's got at me, and we would still have the advantage. So I'm going to... I think time is on my side for at least one more turn here.
Yeah.
I do have a technology that I can research here, so let me...
One thing to consider is that we have 3 turns until Age of Reckoning, so...
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely want to take it before then, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to do some major fights. If I could get to the 2nd tier, that would be nice. Right now, I'm at Scruff. Doing the bare minimum is the same as growing nothing but stubble. Get out there and strike some more grudges, and you'll never earn the respect of the Dowie and put hair on your chin. That means we'll get upkeep plus 50%. So that's actually we kind of get a debuff. Grudge Settler, Quarrelers, and Slayers added. Okay.
You're
So it's
reading
better. I'm
the
reading the
Trom
description,
or,
yeah.
or Scruff?
I'm reading Scruff. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay. So you see how it says that plus 50% for
Yeah.
Grudge Settler units. Right now, neither one of us have any Grudge Settler units.
I got 2.
Oh, you do?
I got Hammers and Longbeards. The ones I have are Grudge Settlers.
If I could find your army, there you are. Oh yeah, you sure do. Okay. All right. So I don't have any, but yeah, you've got those too. All right. So yeah, they would be more expensive, obviously, if that's as far as you got in the Age of Reckoning.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll try to get to Trom. Small chance.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. That's obviously the goal. It is a little bit hard in the early game. It's a little bit hard to fight enough battles to get enough grudges.
We got our artillery. Perfect for the swarms of Skaven. Can't wait to get some target practice. By the way, my hero should have abilities just next time, just before I forget, next time you're playing. So he can do like the reload, I think the fast reload or something.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of getting him to provide more ammo, you know, like faster firing and give him abilities that help.
Yeah. He's got some active buffs that he can do, like the reload. He also has passive buffs, which just allow your missile units to do extra damage and have extra ammunition.
Yeah.
And I think he's got one that increases the range of them.
Yeah.
Which is super useful as well.
Okay. Oh, the zombie. Oh. Where's that zombie going?
Well,
Martin von Waldenhof.
yeah, both of those zombie armies are headed down towards my settlements. I'll take a look at them. I don't think they are likely to declare war on me, but it's always a possibility. If I take a look here at Lamian Sisterhood, well, yeah, no, they hate me. They're minus 63, so it's extremely possible they could. So that raises the question then. If they were to do that, could they win that battle? Yes, they certainly could. Well, all right. Azhag did not come down here to attack me. I think I'm going to go ahead and fight this battle this turn. Do you have a battle down there on your side?
Not yet, but I think I could head down to Mount Silverspear.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Because that'll be faster than mine. And mine, I'd kind of like to maybe start next episode with mine, because mine's going to be one that we're going to take our time on, because it's not going to be an easy battle.
Okay, so I'm going to push forward.
Okay.
Move in. March. Got then. Fag them.
All right, let's give it. I really hope they're not going to go behind my back to the archway. But we have an easy one.
Yeah.
So no one was in Mount Silverspear.
Yeah, he knew you were coming, so he ran away. That's what all Skaven do, but Tretch even more than most others. That's what Tretch is kind of famous for.
Yeah.
preserving his
Shall
own
we
hide.
occupy this, or shall we just
It's up to
demolish?
you. I mean, it's going to be in a very vulnerable location.
Yeah.
If you do occupy it, meaning, do you want to commit your army to staying there to defend it for a while until it can build up its own garrison?
But even I don't think it can ever really depend. You need a second army to hold it, because even if I stick around, I don't think I can hold
Well,
it.
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just gonna-
a tier 3 dwarven garrison, which takes a very long time,
Yeah.
because dwarven populations don't grow.
This
very
is in a
quickly.
separate province as well.
Correct, yeah. So it would take some time. However, again, it also depends on your tolerance for losing settlements. So you can occupy it just to deny him from having any resources from it, and then plus it gives you the benefit of being able to replenish while you're there. And then if you move forward, he might come around behind you and try to take it. And so it depends on whether or not you would care if he does that.
Okay, so
All right, so
I
you
guess
gave
we'll-
me the bolt throwers again. I'm going to go ahead and get them on
can
this.
give you the miners too.
Okay.
Also gonna
It's-
give you
it's-
the
it's up to
hero.
you. It's up to you.
I gave you the hero. I guess I'll control the miners. I'll focus on the gyrocopter, so you just let me know if they jump out at you.
Okay, we'll do. Now, are you planning to move at all, or are you going to leave your front line there?
No, I think I'm just gonna I can move up forward if you'd like me to.
No. I'm just. I just want to know what you're planning on doing.
No,
We're
no, I
going to
think
win this.
we just hold,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
bombard them.
Yeah, that's fine. We're going to win this battle fairly easily. I just don't want to do anything stupid, is all. So.
Yeah. So like, I'm going to kind of spruce up my best units in between your artillery, so that if they do, the sneaky Skaven come, then we will.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. They are almost certainly going to do a more. They'll do more menace blows than they did in the last battle, because they have way higher Skaven corruption here.
Ah, okay.
They might do it
Alright.
five. They might do it 5 times. It's just a guess.
Shall we start?
Yep, ready whenever you are.
I'll get my tools. Pay back every grudge.
And I'm keeping an eye, so I'll give a holler if I see them doing the menace below.
So who is like out of all of these? I guess the clan red spears would be like the strongest that are actually worth.
The clan rat spears aren't really any better than the clan rats with shields. They would be if you had large units, but you don't even have any large units, so they don't get any other benefit of being anti-large.
Oh, the artillery goodness.
They're probably. Do they have slingers back there? Yeah, they've got.
They have some, yeah.
Okay, there's a menace below spawning, right in the
Okay.
middle of the bolt throwers.
They have wronged us.
Can you
Who do I
use
get?
your hammers?
Yep. Coming. Alright, should probably give those to you, to be honest, because again, I'm focusing on the gyrocopters.
The gyro bomber. It's fine.
Gyrogombas. Yeah.
You might even still be able to gift me one of those miners.
Oh yeah, I think I'm
They're
gonna
coming-
give
they're-
you the.
They're coming
There you go,
around the
gift.
right flank, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave me the hammers. Okay, that's fine. That'll work. Okay, there's another one right there.
Axes out. go!
Oh, you're dealing with them, yeah.
Yeah, I got the hammerers on them.
Yeah, nice.
As well as the engineer, although the engineer's not helping very much. I just realized this engineer has a,
I should send my lord in there.
well, don't worry about it right now. They're summoning another one right now.
On beards! Move!
There's the third one.
Yes! Drang them! Bring them down! Good
Okay, why are you guys not shooting?
Stop! Down! We are relentless!
Your miners back there? Never mind. They just
Yeah.
broke.
Raged firepower ready! It is a reckoning! Go! The runes glow! Move off!
The hordes.
Okay, I think that might be all of their menace belows. Nope, there's another one.
What is it?
And then I got it. It's fine.
Thorgrim, yeah.
It is a reckoning!
Should really put the miners like right on top of the artillery.
Yeah, I was gonna say that just a minute ago, but then they broke. Okay, I'm gonna try to get my catapults shooting at those Skaven Slave Slingers back there because they're firing
yeah.
at your gyro bombers.
Yeah. Also turned my attention. There's another unit of slingers that has come back.
Pump those dwarfen legs!
One more. Got another one coming.
Beards!
Oh,
Fire undimmed! Kazuka Kazukiha! It is a reckoning! Stop! Rich ruler!
The Skaven are so annoying to fight against because of this. That and the fact that they keep breaking and running away, and then you turn your attention to something else, and then they come back from breaking, come back into the fight. But there we go. There's
actually pretty
army
effective
losses.
for the anti-artillery to just tie them down. They can't shoot either, right?
Who's that?
The artillery can't shoot. Oh, sorry, I pressed end battle.
It's all right.
You're doing it. They can't shoot while they're like being meleeed like that, right?
So every piece of machinery can does its own thing. So it's possible that some of them might keep shooting even while one of the others gets bogged down in melee.
Okay. So it's not like a whole unit just gets turned off. Okay. That's
However, it's inadvisable. It's suboptimal, and the animations in this game sometimes get very confused. And in particular, there's been a problem recently with ranged units not firing when they're supposed to. They try to reform some unit cohesion instead of firing, and as a result, they just end up like not ever doing anything productive.
Got it.
Okay, so what did you decide in terms of occupying?
I think we just destroy it for now.
Okay, if you raise, it will end your turn at your movement as well.
I was pretty much out of movement anyway.
Okay, so you can raise it, which means exactly what it sounds like. You also won't get any replenishment, but then again, I don't think you're in desperate need of any replenishment.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we could sack. I mean, it's clearly a settlement where we're supposed to occupy eventually, but I mean, I don't want to venture further down into that desert, right? Like, we're not going to do that now. I need to get back to Archway, really.
Yeah, I mean, eventually Mount Silver Spear would be a good settlement to own, but it's all a question of, do you feel like committing to defend it now? Because, if not, I mean, there's still nothing wrong with occupying it as long as your tolerance is, okay with losing it a few turns from now.
Oh, that's fine. The Crookback Mountain, who is that owned by then? The Legion of Asgore. So it's not Skaven. So they don't own this province, the Desolation of Asgore.
Yeah, no, that's the aforementioned Chaos Dwarfs. So they are at war
Oh.
with Tretch. They just went to war with Tretch, and they are
Oh.
actually quite strong. They're stronger than either one of us. That's Drazoeth. Drazoeth the Ashen. He is evil, as you know the term Chaos Dwarfs would seem to indicate. He hates us. He has a minus 128 relations towards me, at least. And he's quite strong. He is a major faction. He's a legendary lord. So definitely one that we should be prepared to go to war against at any time. You don't want to necessarily declare war on him right now because you've got your hands full with Tretch, but just be aware that he is certainly a potential enemy.
Okay.
However, you
I
took
got
back the World's Edge Archway, so that's good. Only lost it for what, 2 turns?
Yeah. One turn.
One turn. Okay. And then have since expanded. What's your Age of Reckoning up to now?
What is my Age of Reckoning? 48%. I am in.
You got 2 turns to try to get
Almost.
another 3%.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so meanwhile, I'm up here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start the next episode then with the Battle of Khazid Urkalaz against Azhag the Slaughterer. It is going to be, it's good. It's certainly a winnable battle, but it's one that we want to take our time, and it's going to take a big chunk of time to fight that.
Okay.
One. So I want to start off the next episode with that. So. Getting close to my dinner time anyway, so I think this is probably a good place for me to wrap up this episode. Any last words before we close this one out?
Exciting. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So,
It's going to start getting challenging because particularly I'm a little bit afraid it's going to get more challenging down there in the south because you could potentially be at war pretty soon with 3 different legendary lords, 3 different major factions. So, you know, you're doing fine strategy-wise. You're aware of the risk of overexpansion, for example. So.
Yeah, we're gonna beef up World Age Archway, put a lord in there, and then we're fine. I'm money-wise, I'm doing very well, to be honest. So
yeah, and Dwarven garrison buildings are also pretty good. So that's another consideration if you want to sort of augment an army with a garrison.
Okay.
All right.
Exciting.
Well, in that case, then let's go ahead and end this one here, and I will go ahead and say thank you to everyone for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.